This is Liriodendron, which is a tulip tree, the tulip tree flower. It was frozen. They bloom maybe for me around June or so, but they do freeze well. The problem here is that they were frozen beautifully, and then we had a power outage for about a week, and then they froze again. So they're not, they're not as perfect as I would like them to be, but I think there's enough here between what you're going to see in your book and what I have here. So these are the actual flowers. You get a sense, I think, here of the size. The petals are the ones that have the orange blotch on. There are actually 6 petals. I don't think I have a flower that's left with 6 petals. And they do have 3 tepals. And the tepals are very similar without the orange blotch. And they basically cover the bud and then hang down. The flowers themselves form a kind of a cup when they are normally growing, and the 3 sepals hang kind of down. One of the things I think I can show you, however, here are 2 of the sepals here, and where they meet is where the center of the petal is. There are actually 3 sepals. There are 6 petals, but there are 3 inner petals and 3 outer. This would be an outer petal, 3 outer petals. So they come right in the middle, which means that they are alternate to one another. And you can see they're torn and not perfect, but at least it gives you a sense, I think, of where they are. Now, if I'm going to move the sepals out of the way here, and you can see now, this is not bad. You get a sense of the cup. There are 2 of the outer petals and the inner petal, again, which are alternate one another. Where the 2 outer petals meet is where the center of the inner petals. And I don't know whether I can go around with you on this much. But inside of that cup, we have what we call the andrecium, all the stamens. And I'm going to I think it'd be easier if I just took off these petals for you, if I can. So you can see there's 1, but I don't think I have 6 petals left here. Let's take them. And here, oh, great. This is what's inside. Now, what we have inside then are the stamens, and the stamens are lamina. They're long, narrow, and what's interesting here is you see this lighter area here. Those are the what we call the anthers, the ones that carry the pollen, and as you can see, they're facing outward, away from what's in here is the gynoecium, the many pistils that are part of this flower. There are obviously many stamens. I think some of these have probably gotten lost, but basically they're facing out. And what's on the back of these, which we call, which are what the anther sacs are called. Those are what faces the thing, so that the pollen, when it gets released away from the gynoecium, which is made up of many, many petals. So that makes up for that. And we can see here, you can see this center column. This is the gynoecium, and it's made up of many separate pistils. And they are arranged. I don't know, it's hard to see on this. They're arranged according on double spiral, and can you see? I think at the top you can begin to see the styles and the stigma sticking out of the very top. This becomes the fruit. All these other parts, the stamens and the petals, not so much the sepals, they are persistent, but the others fall off and leave, and I guess pretty much, and the stamen and the sepals get off too. And you have this, and this becomes the fruit, and the fruit of this particular thing is many separate samaras, which are a kind of a winged fruit. And the long part here, actually the covering of the pistil, become the samaras, the fruit with the seed inside in a laquine-like structure. Okay, now I'm going to show you. Normally, what we would do here is we would do a longitudinal cut. I'm not going to actually do it, but here is what I would cut. If you would have to do it yourself, you would cut there. But I've already cut another flower because I want you to see what's inside. And what you have inside here is a kind of the green part is the receptacle, which is part of the stem tissue. And coming out from that are the many, many individual pistils. And inside the pistils are the ovules. There's probably just one per ovule. So the pistils and the carpels could be called the same thing. So that's what you have. This is the gynoecium. It's made up of many, many separate sepals. No. It's made up of many, many separate pistils, and we say they are apocarpous. And here, I guess I've just given you a couple of the, they're damaged petals. These are the stamens. They're long and narrow. You can sort of see at the bottom here is what we call the filament. They're very short. The anthosacs are very, very, very long. And that's what's facing away from the gynoecium, and the back side of that is what's facing that, so that the pollen does not get distributed on the thing. Here, I just want, here's another one where you can see if I take these partial petals away, you can see how they are arranged on that, and there are many of them, right? Okay, that's about as much, I think, as we can get out of these. Thank you.